were the one that helped Count Ravenwatch explore the Lucrado ruins?
Spare any coins?
Did you find something to stop the Alik'rs?
Buying, selling, trading!
If you're looking for assistance, you should speak with Bahrar. I have just begun my apprenticeship. I understand. I also hate the heat, my friend. Should I assume you have something for me? Thank the gods. Better late than never, I suppose. I swear that Khajiit works on a totally different schedule than the rest of us. I was getting desperate. Believe me, an apprenticeship doesn't really pay off my debts.
I've never been to a market like this. It's so quaint. Red Guards are remarkably polite, considering the war. You did well on the docks. Quite well, indeed. Restocking the Don Posset stores. Captain Mark has often complimented my talent for coin and counting. He also trusts me not to run off with his gold. The selection is a bit dry, but we will make do. It is nice to speak to a fellow Mer. Perhaps if there were more of us outside the Dominion and less inside, we would not be having this war. Telenil is a gentleman, and his suggestions have borne fruit. I'm glad for his company.
Once again, well met. I hope you are enjoying the warm air of Sentinel. I find it quite bracing myself. A contract, specifically signing one. I recently had the pleasure of purchasing Captain Larissa's newest vessel, the Maiden's Sigh. Yes, you heard correctly. We have a ship again. The open sea is ours. No, I do enjoy her company. She is a delightful woman, far too good for Jakarn. Irian has quite a talent with coin, as do I. Perhaps if we both make port again soon, we will compare notes.
I'm sorry, my friend, but my services are by appointment only. Yes, it's unseasonably warm from here to Bergama. The coastal winds blow in a southerly direction, and Lanelin has the best restaurant in the desert. You have the package? Excellent. I was starting to wonder if Ildani finally got her tail caught in a trap. Things would be complicated between us if the guards caught up with her.
Well?
Good to see you looking healthy and light on your feet, Walker. Did your deliveries go smoothly? Ildani takes your presence here as a good sign. Very good. This one knows you wanted something more personal, but Ildani cannot oblige. She did promise reward, though. And like you, Walker, Ildani delivers.
Sentinel. I never thought I'd see it. The world is full of wonders, and thanks to you, I'm seeing them one by one. Today, I'm going exploring. Yakarn offered to sneak me into the palace, and not the part the public enters. The other part. The secret part. Don't worry. I'll make sure he doesn't take anything. We're just there to look.
I don't deserve this.
I didn't think I'd see you again. Duchess Lacana's remains have been consecrated. Her rites have finished. Soon, she'll be moved to the royal tomb. Now the populace can gather to mourn Sentinel's favorite daughter. I must mourn my friend. That's an odd question. I've known the Duchess since we were children. We grew up together. Now she's dead. Nothing will ever fill the hole in my heart. I'll take some comfort in seeing her here at home with her family. It's where she needs to be.
Hail.
She's gone. Lacana. She was the bravest of us. She was our hope. I've heard only rumors surrounding her demise. I don't know who cut her down, but mark me, friend. If I find him, he'll suffer a lengthy death.
Have you come to pay your respects? If so, I thank you. I'm glad to see you here. No man should lose his daughter, least of all a king. It is a sad day for Sentinel, but Lacana lives on. She lives now in our hearts.
With all respect, Your Majesty, this proves our suspicions were well-founded. You should have heeded my father's warning.
It is not the place of the dishonored to correct a king, еш'aba. You are dismissed.
I meant no disrespect, Your Majesty, only that you know where to find us. I will take my leave.
If you have come to speak with the king, the gods smile upon you, for he is holding court. Do not presume to waste his time, though. He has urgent matters to deal with, and has no time for trifles.
Welcome to Sentinel, Wayfarer. If you've come about the docks, rest assured I already know. I regret that you visit during such times. But perhaps your arrival is fortuitous. Perhaps the gods guided you here to help us fight the Withered Hand. Necromancers, practitioners of the most vile magic, and the bane of the Alik'r desert. It has been many years since we faced such a threat. I hope the rumors about this group, the Withered Hand, were untrue. But today's events prove otherwise. Several years ago, a diabolical necromancer named Satura led an army of undead against me. Satura was defeated, but the rumors suggest his sons have returned for revenge. They are calling themselves the Withered Hand. Undoubtedly, but I suspect the attack at the docks was merely a feint. I fear the Withered Hand is planning something far worse. That is the challenge I now face. The people of the Alik'r Desert, even those in Sentinel, are superstitious. They believe that striking the dead carries a terrible curse. For them, it is an act of dishonor. That is why I need you, Wayfarer. Then your visit is fortuitous indeed. My own son, Prince Azar, has been investigating the rumors about the Withered Hand. He is a bright young man, but he needs help. First, though, I would ask you to inform General Thoda of what has befallen. Yes, that is likely. General Thoda is my chief military advisor. He is also a practical man who places security above superstition. He is resting at his home after returning from Alik'r, but I need his counsel on how to proceed. General Thoda is a trusted advisor and a good friend. He has heard the rumors about the Withered Hand, and he can help us. Tell no one else, though. People remember Satura, and hearing his sons have returned could cause a panic. It's quite a tale, and I cannot do it justice now. But the battle against Satura was the most difficult of my life, both in military and political terms. It was the еш'aba who saved us. They had the thankless task of fighting the undead. The еш'aba. Where do I begin? They walk among us, but only in shadows. People believe they are cursed. They are dishonored warriors, bound by the sacred oath of their forefathers. They must fight the dead when called upon to do so. I have not called on them. I've even disregarded their warnings. You must understand. The common people despise them. To call on them again might cost me the crown. That is why I must rely on you, Wayfarer. It is not an ancient Yokudan custom, but a tradition that developed in the desert. Human remains decay slowly here, and our people came to believe their ancestors' corpses were sacred. To harm one would draw the ancestors' curse. Of course. You see, the culture of the Alik'r evolved around this ideal. Many of us today realize that exceptions must be made. But in my position, to ask my soldiers to strike down the dead would cause an outcry, and possibly lead to rebellion. Yes, the greatest threat the Alik'r faced from the undead was in the First Era, when the Yokudan rulers were still establishing a foothold here. That was when the Ansei wards were created. They are our greatest hope, for no matter how great a threat the Withered Hand may pose, they cannot even compare to the necromancers of the First Era. The wards contain the spirits of 3 Ansei heroes who sacrificed themselves to protect us. They uphold the covenant with the Divines. As long as we consecrate the dead in the name of Tu'whacca, they cannot be raised by even the most powerful necromancy. Thus, the Withered Hand can only raise corpses that have not been consecrated.
Well met, champion. Your deeds on the docks have done the city a service. You take a great risk in striking the Ranitu, but perhaps Tu'whacca's curse does not extend to the outsiders. Bah! It's a matter for priests. Yes, Tu'whacca, the caretaker of souls. He does not look kindly on those who would strike his honored children. At least, this is what I was taught. In such times, even my faith is shaken. I do not dispute this. I only hope for your sake that the tricky god feels the same.
It seems everywhere I land, you turn up. Or is it the other way around? The Spearhead has done well against the Dominion. The King has seen fit to grant me a larger command. The Spearhead now prowls with the Talonclaw, Lecky's Grace, and the Black Revenant. There's no official title, but their captains follow me. We aren't part of the Navy, and I'm not an admiral, but I feel like one. Let me tell you, it's a good feeling. I'm not one for rules or uniforms. I serve our king, but I do it my way, as my own woman. You should see what Nicoline's been up to. She's my new first mate. I hear she and Captain Mark are getting on rather famously. Good for her. I regret how things ended between us. The relic we found on Betnik ate the souls of her people. No matter its fate, I should have considered how that revelation would affect her. If I had handled it better, she might still stand beside me. She's an orc. They're stubborn as mules, so no, I don't expect she'll ever speak to me again. Doesn't matter. We both still have our lives. I won't spend mine in regret.
I see you're still alive. I guess that's something.
I buried my brothers. I'm Colleen's first mate. I'm making do, and I'm not really interested in talking. Maybe you should go talk to a wall.
You. I know you from Alik'r. You roughed up so many of my bravos. Tamriel is a small place, after all. I just returned from Alik'r myself, back in my chair, drinking my wine with my wife. Wait. Please tell me you're not here to disturb me. No! You realize what this means. Not one moment of relaxation, not one. And damn it, I thought this talk about the withered hand was just rumor. Are you sure this is true? The Sentinel docks? The nerve. But it sounds like something those motherless dogs would do. I tell you, Uwafa and Alasan might just be more dangerous than their father. Uwafa and Alasan are the sons of that old bastard Satura. They're calling themselves the Withered Hand as a fear tactic. I knew them when they were boys. They're the same age as Prince Azar. Speaking of whom, we should inform him as well. Exactly. He knows more about this business than I do. That's for sure. If you'll go round up the prince, I'll have to find some way to explain to my wife why I'm leaving again. Then we can all meet at the palace. My guess is that he's with the girls at his seraglio by the north wall. I know what you're thinking, but it's not because the prince is some kind of ladies' man. The girls help him gather information. Perhaps he'll already know what's happened. My hope is that Prince Azar might have a lead on where Uwafa and Alasan have set up their headquarters, or better yet, what they're planning next. Regardless, these are things we should discuss at the palace. We all do. Satura was one of the king's viziers. kept his little hobby a secret. Then one day the king came to meet his viziers and found them all dead. The real surprise was when Satura ordered their corpses to attack. That's how it started. I tried to train them in swordplay. Wafa and Alasan along with Prince Azar. Those two had no interest, though. I would always catch them torturing insects and animals. The prince, he hated them. And they hated him right back.
I thought it would be so glamorous to be married to the king's favorite general. I was wrong, though. It is not glamorous. It is just lonely.
Azar. Azar, is that you? What happened? I feel so dizzy.
I should have tried to stop them. I'm sorry. So sorry. What have I done? It was a nightmare. These savage men burst into the seraglio. They struck down the guards and even sweet little Rohiba. And then they took the prince. Please, would you go after them? You have to. No, yet another way in which I failed. I should have followed them out into the street. I'm such a fool. Maybe someone else out there saw them. Maybe they can tell you which way those men took the prince.
Prince, someone help! They took him!
That way. They went that way.
Over here, Initiate.
They took the prince. Down the path. Hurry!
I tried, but they got me with their evil magic. They took the prince. Down there. I think it leads out of the city. Please, go stop them.
I don't recognize you, but under the circumstances, I'm certainly glad to make your acquaintance. You will be well rewarded for assisting me. I can promise that much. Ah, so you do know who I am, then? Did my father put you up to this? Is he keeping tabs on me? Well, I shouldn't be so accusatory. If he was tracking me, then I guess that turned out to be extremely fortunate. I don't wish to seem ungrateful, but you should know that kidnapping me was just a distraction. The Withered Hand, they've been planning this for years. If only we had heard the rumors sooner. At this point, I don't think we can stop them. From tunneling into the impervious vault, this tunnel was just one of their attempts. It's a brilliant plan, really. The gates of the vault have been magically sealed for centuries, but underneath, the vault's apparently not so impervious. Undoubtedly, they're hoping to steal the Anse wards. With the wards, Wafa and Alisan could become unimaginably powerful. It could be bad. Really bad. Even if we can't stop them, we have to try. We should get back to the palace and tell my father. Let's head south. There's a ladder leading up into the city.
Won't you take pity on me?
Go on and tell my father what they're planning. I'm going to call the guard to the vault.
Word has reached me of what happened at the Seraglio. I should have seen this coming. Please, tell me you found Prince Azar, and he is safe. I told Toda you'd come through. I had a feeling about you, right from the start. Tell me, though, where is Azar? And was this the extent of the Withered Hand's plot? Or do they presently plan some further insult to my family and my kingdom? Blade's Edge. How could they? Would that actually work? If they get into the vault, they could steal the Anse wards. And then, we must hurry. We have to stop them at all costs. I can take guards to the Impervious Vault, but we're going to need help from the Mages Guild. As much as I hate to admit it, only they know how to unseal the vault. Will you go to the guild for me, Wayfarer? When you reach the Mages Guild Tower, speak to Gabrielle. She understands the need for discretion. I will meet you at the Impervious Vault. Tawaka watch over you, Wayfarer. Let us hope we can keep the Anse wards from falling into enemy hands. Of course. If you were not raised here, you would not know. The Anse wards were created centuries ago, the first time necromancers threatened the people of the Alik'r. They were created to protect us from the risen dead. Or perhaps the protections are not so evident. The Anse wards maintain our covenant with Tuwaka. If we consecrate our dead, those dead cannot be raised. Thus, the Withered Hand can raise only unconsecrated corpses. Our priests perform the consecration ritual at funerals. But if the corpse is lost, this is not possible. Additionally, Satora was also fond of murdering people and raising them right away. I assume the Withered Hand is doing the same. It would be unthinkable. With the Unsay wards, the Withered Hand could raise our most honored ancestors. Legendary warriors who were heroes in life, but would be most terrible enemies in death. That is why they must be stopped.
I hope you realize what you've gotten yourself into. Once you're in Faharajad's inner circle, you'll never get a moment's rest. I know this from personal experience.
The Crestshade refugees are safe, and Captain Genevi survived the battle. You had something to do with that, didn't you?
Help an unfortunate soul?
Good day to you, and welcome. I hope you didn't have too much trouble with the locals on your way in. Feel free to look over my sundries. Just let me know if you find something you fancy.
What an interesting collection of tomes. Research. Now that you have dealt with that business on the docks, I can once again pursue my passion. The desert hides many Dwemer ruins, most unexplored. Oh yes, more than you can imagine. This will be quite an adventure. Fortunately, I have Vimy along to handle the stabbing. She's proven quite useful. Between her and Clanker, I need no other assistance. The secret of their disappearance, the path to the beyond, or a few relics that will sell for a great deal of coin. Who can say for certain? You should ask yourself which is more important, the question or the answer? Impressed, are you? I have once again taken an opportunity to upgrade him. His central cog matrix has developed quite extensively as a result of our travels. This latest form is his most useful yet.
At last! We're finally going to explore a real set of ruins. Just Naramo and Clanker and me. And Clanker doesn't take a split. I'm so looking forward to this.
Cordial greetings, and welcome to our tower. An isle of knowledge amidst a vast sea of ignorance. Have you come for training? I suspect you've not been here long. These Red Guards have a foolish distrust of all things arcane. It's a superstition brought with them from that absurd archipelago of theirs. You know, the one that sank. Yes, they say it was a paradise. I often wonder what they'd say if a mage offered to return it to the surface. There's no trouble that magic cannot mend, but spells that efficacious are beyond our ken. For now.
Hey, I know you. We killed that crazy old necromancer together, Angoth. Remember that midnight talisman we used to break into Cathedral? I still can't believe that worked. So I don't suppose you need help with something fun like that. Are you joking? I've been wanting to take a crack at that place ever since I heard the name. Wait a minute. Did Simone put you up to this? Why would the king want to break into the vault? Necromancers? Ansei wards? Fascinating. Count me in. So we just need to break the seal? I know. Let's try this. Go to the bazaar and get flame stock from Lucien and Worm's headcap from Nineveh. Then meet me at the vault. This could work.
Welcome back to the Guildhall. There is much knowledge buried beneath the sands of Alik'r. Have you found any to share?
Take your time and browse, my friend. I'm sure you'll find I have what you've always wanted. This is for Gabrielle, isn't it? She's a regular. In a city like Sentinel, we Bretons have to stick together. I have some in stock. You're welcome to them. Don't worry about payment. I know Gabrielle's good for it. I'm sorry, but I'm out of stock. Because I'm out of stocks. Seriously though, some Lion Guard mages came through and bought my last batch. Nineveh, the lizard trainer, might have some.
I have many fine goods. Welcome to Nineveh's emporium of strange and wonderful things. Can I interest you in a lizard catching net? Or perhaps a trained lizard? Flame stalks, tasty treats. They help with indigestion. For a lizard, at least. You're not a lizard. What do you need them for? For some spell with Gabrielle, I bet. And she doesn't even like lizards. Oh well, just take them. But she owes me. Oh, you must mean Monkey. Yes, he is adorably large, isn't he? I'm afraid I spoil him. Only the best bugs are good enough for my monkey. He's quite smart, aren't you, Monkey? Quite a little smarty. Yes, it may seem odd, but it makes sense to me. From the time I could walk, I wanted a pet monkey. I pleaded and begged, but my father always refused. Monkeys are arboreal, he said. I still don't know what that means. One has to start somewhere. Monkeys are terrific. Everyone loves monkeys. And if I can't have a monkey, a lizard's the next best thing. You know, sometimes I wonder how my life would be different if my father had only given me a monkey.
Aha, perfect. Say though, you didn't happen to pick up a few giant's toes while you were at the bazaar, did you? That's fine. Giant's toes could make a bigger gap in the seal, but they're probably hard to find here anyways. These should do the trick, I think. Worm's head on top of the flame stock, or flame stock inside the worm's head. Oh, absolutely. It's only one person going in anyways. Without the giant's toes, I can only open the seal so far. Of course. Baharajad thinks that one person should be you. He wants to talk to you first, though. Go on up. Sure. I just need a minute to think about how exactly to word this. Gotta gotta... Go on. I'll be right up.
I'm tempted to say I'm sorry you became caught up in all this, but something tells me it was the hand of fate that brought you here. Besides, if we can't stop them from stealing the Ansei wards, none of us are safe.
If we are too late, the implications are unthinkable for all of Alik'r. I've prayed to Tuatha, Stindar, and even Akatosh. Though I do not hold them sacred, I will pray to the Yokudan gods as well, just in case. Your hope is contagious, Wayfarer. I am pleased that your road has led you here. General Thoda is not a man of faith, but even he agrees your coming seems more than a coincidence. If only one of us can enter the vault, I think it should be you. I cannot adequately express my gratitude. You must be careful, though. Azar believes the Withered Hand is far more powerful than we realized. Uwafa and Alisan in particular. If you see either of them, I suggest you exercise extreme caution. I pray that we are not too late to stop the Withered Hand, and with the same breath, I thank the gods for guiding you here. Tuatha watch over you, Wayfarer. Here comes Gabrielle. Are you ready?
Stand back, Your Majesty. I'm not sure how the vault will react. I hope this works. It worked. Go quickly. I don't know how long it'll stay open.
They've broken into the vault. Stop them fools!
You are not marked with the corruption of undeath, nor those that foster it. You are not aligned with them, are you? You sought to protect the wards? Praise Tuatha. That means there are still living those who oppose the menace of necromancy in the Alik'r. Hearken closely then, for my spirit cannot abide here long. We sacrificed ourselves to create the wards, and through them we have protected the consecrated dead. But the wards have fallen into corrupted hands now, and we are powerless to stop them. You must recover the wards. I do not know. My sight is weakened, and my presence is tied to my ward. They have taken it far from here. That is why I am fading. Find the wards. Bring them back. Tuatha be with you. We will meet again.
That took longer than I hoped. It's hard to be patient when I know the fate of my kingdom is at stake. Tell me you have good tidings. Or did they escape with the Anse wards? Damn it all! Thoda said Satura's sons were dangerous. That's certainly true now. With the Anse wards, they can raise an army faster than I can. We have to stop them. We have to send Uafa and Alisan to join their father in oblivion. I've done everything in my power to avoid calling on the еш'aba, but I no longer have a choice. We must have their help to recover the Anse wards. I would avoid contacting them directly, however. Will you be my envoy, Wayfarer? Thank you. Most of the еш'aba live together, wandering the desert, going gods know where. Track them down, and tell their leader Marima that the Alik'r needs him again. We need the еш'aba to fight the Withered Hand. The еш'aba often spend this season camping at Morwa's bounty to the south. God's willing, perhaps they are still there. Marima sent his daughter to warn me of the Withered Hand. They wanted to help. I regret that I turned them away. I hope I needn't remind you to keep this quiet. Rumors will spread about the Withered Hand, but we should try to keep the theft of the Anse wards a secret. I have many political enemies who would try to turn this to their advantage. Of course it will. But what am I to do? Allow my public image to endanger the kingdom? Sometimes a king cannot save his face and his people at the same time. Still, I would prefer we not shout our plans from the rooftops.
Finally, my father stops chasing the mirage. I advised him to listen to еш'aba weeks ago. Better late than never. If you will go speak with Marima, I will reach out to my еш'aba contacts as well. We will find a way to stop the Withered Hand.
I just hope the еш'aba are prepared for this. Regardless, I will discreetly begin looking through the ranks for any soldiers who might be willing to do what's necessary. That way, at least we have someone.
Fried fire salts! This is way worse than I realized. The Withered Hand, eh? When I get back to the tower, I'll see if I have anything on them. It'll be useful when you come ask for my help again, which I'm sure you will.